All right, so we're done with this room as it were. Okay, so you want my if in should in case you want to put some strip lights in this wardrobe area too, you can just always, I mean, that's your choice. And I'm just saying, it's your choice. You want to put a strip light here, and so you just have to go and edit that one and make sure that you have a strip. So I put L1A. We're dealing with L1A. So all these one. Okay, I also have an extractor fan there. Okay. So if I come here now, I can go to L1A here and edit any of them. Probably I'm just gonna edit this one. Okay, I'm going to just add extra. Just put extractor fan. Just one. Say 27, 28 watts. Let me just say 30 watts. Just say 30 watts. Shouldn't be more than 28 watts though, but let me just say 30 watts. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna update room. Okay, so this has been updated, and this one I want to add one more strip light. So instead of four, I'm going to make it five. All right, update room. Okay, so I'm done with that room. All right, so and the same process. If I go to the next room, it's the same process here too. Okay, it's very very same process. No, I don't have to go through that. So this is a kitchen. I can measure the kitchen from this point if I want. How you want to treat this? So I'm just going to look at this now. And just this point. That's 3.6 by say 2.7. 3.6 by 2.7. So just so if I still want it to be on L1A, so I can decide, it's my choice. If I want these ones to be on one circuit and these ones to be on the other circuit, or probably I want with the kitchen on one circuit, then maybe the sitting area and the lobby with this toilet on another circuit. It's my choice. I'll make it two circuits, okay? And that is also your own choice too. Okay, so I think in the kitchen, if you want to use that, maybe I just took a measurement of say 3 point say 3.5 by 2.7. 3.5 by 2.7. So I'm just going to change the room length. 3.5 by 2.7. The use case, I'm going to go for a kitchen. This is the last example I want to do with lighting. So kitchen, say on the kitchen, I want say 9 watts. All right, 9 watts in the kitchen. All right, so what's it telling me? All right, so it's telling me 3 by 5, 15 points for the kitchen. And if you look at the target locks, it's saying 500. And if you really look at it for kitchen, if you look at target locks for kitchen, you see serving and washing up areas, 300 locks, food preparing and cooking, 500 locks. So I'll just use the highest. So in the toolkit, defaults to the highest because in the kitchen you're doing both. So it just defaults to the highest anyway. So you can see 500 locks. So, but I can say, okay, it's saying, because I'm using 9 watts, it's saying 15 points. If I say, okay, maybe perhaps I want to use, say, 12 watts in the kitchen there, it's saying I use 10 points. Okay. If I still say I want to use, say, 18 watts, 18 watts, it's saying I still use 8 points. Okay. So it depends on what I want to what I want to go with. Let me say I go into with, say, it's a kitchen. Let's say 12 watts. I can still go with 18 watts too. So that's your choice anyway. So room name, I can just call this one R003 if I want. Okay, circuit label, I still want it to be on L1A in the same circuit. Sorry. Okay, same circuit. If I don't put a circuit here, it will default to the next circuit. Okay, so L1A. Now this part of the toolkit is helping us this is the lighting designer part of the circuit, helping you to give you the required amount of lighting you need for that space. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the drawing now, and I know that, okay, what was our conclusion there? We have 2 by 4. We're using 18 watts, 2 by 4. Okay, so 2 by 4. So I can just do this, look for, so 2 by 4. And remember, like I said, you don't have to follow exactly, the grid. You can use your own grid. It's to your discretion. It's just giving you the minimum required you need in the kitchen, the minimum required lighting you need for that kitchen space. And for me, I would like to kind of have a kind of a pendant lighting in the kitchen. So I'm just going to drop this one here, somewhere in the middle here. Okay, and I have that pendant lighting there. I think I like one here too, where the dinner is served or the meal is served. Okay, can have two there. So that's your own choice. I like to have an extractor fan. Okay, I like to have an extractor fan in my kitchen, and I'm going to put that one here. Okay, so that's that about it. So, like I said in the kitchen, the toolkit has given us the minimum required. Okay, this is this. Okay, so I added this droplet fittings. Okay, I added an extractor fan, a GX9 extractor fan, bigger than this one in the kitchen. All right, so I just go to the toolkit and I update that. So the extra thing I added to the kitchen were add extra. I'll just say droplets fitting, and I'm gonna sorry about this, whatever it is in the spelling. No, so droplet fitting. I have two there. I'm just saying maybe probably they might say 40 watts each. Okay, now we'll also add extractor fan. Okay, have one there. Say 45 watts. All right, so I think that's just okay. That's just about the kitchen for me. I think I'm good right now. So the load calculation is done, everything R003. So I'm just going to add room. Okay, and my kitchen is done. All right, also on L1A. If you still sum this up, it's not still up to 1500 watts. Although I don't have to get up to 1500 watts. I've decided in my mind that I'm going to split the circuit in that flat into two, by the way. So this from this to this place will be one circuit, then this lobby and this sitting area will be the second circuit. So I'm just going to drop L1A also, so that when I'm doing my detailing, I know that I have L1A in these spaces. Okay, so the sitting area, I'm going to measure it differently. I'm just going to take measurement from this point to this point. That is about 3.5. I'm going to take the measurement to say this point about 4.4. So that will be 4.4 by 3.5. So I'm going to the first, I like to just, so I don't 4.4 by 3.5. Now, so what is happening here that I'm designing efficiently. I have the minimum required there. Then I add extras if I want to. So you're not bothered about, oh, is the lighting enough? You're not just putting lighting for putting sake. Okay, you're actually designing efficiently. All right. So remember, we're doing the living area now. So I'm just going to look at the living room or lounge. I like to call this R004. Now use all these ones there according to your own choice. Now I want to change the circuit, so I want to make this one L2-A. Simple as A, B, and C on my living room. Perhaps I want to use 9 watts in my living room. 9 watts in my living room. All right. So what's it suggesting? It's suggesting 3 by 3. Or maybe I use the same that I use in my. Okay, let me use 9 watts in my living room. It's suggesting 3 by 3. If I want more, I'm going to just override. Maybe in the living room, maybe I'm going to override so that you see me use the override function also. Okay, so I'm just going to go to the living room right now. So let me just get my. All right, so I'm going to use this fitting 2 by 4.5 watts. Okay, I'm just going to have it like that. It says 3 by 3. Just can do 3 by 3. Let's just see. Okay, so that's that. So what are the things I want around here too? I want a chandelier here. Okay, I want a chandelier here. I want wall brackets. One, two, and three wall brackets, one chandelier. That's what I would like to have here. So I'm going to put it. So this is the minimum required for lighting this area. 3 by 3 9 watts. So I'm using 2 by 4.5 watts each here. Recessed down lights. Okay. So I'm going to just add three wall brackets. That's one here, and one here. Then I'm going to add a chandelier and I'm going to add some LED strip lights. Okay, whichever way I want to do it. Okay, so you see that now. All right, so for the sitting area, like I said, we added three wall brackets, a chandelier, and an LED strip light. Okay, which could be hidden, depends on the kind of surface, the kind of ceiling that was created there. All right, so three wall brackets, eight numbers of these, and one chandelier. So living area, I'm going to add extra wall brackets, three numbers, say 10 watts, add extra LED strip lights, eight numbers, say 5 watts each, add extra and chandelier, one number, let's say 80 watts. Okay, I'm satisfied with all these. Okay, and L, what's my room? RW4. I can add room. So that's RW4, L2A. So you see, this all this in one circuit. This I begin another circuit here. Simple as A, B, and C. That's beautiful. If you want to see what you added, maybe you forgot to just click on edit to show you everything. So how many points? 3, 8, 11 plus 1, 12 plus 9. You have 21 points. So that's, as you can see, 21 points. Total wattage. All this information is for your load schedule. You won't have to go and create load schedule again. It's doing this for you. Okay. So, and the last circuit I'm going to do for that space is this. Is the lobby and the toilet. So I'm just going to drop L2A somewhere here. So when I'm doing my detailing, I know that I have L2A here. Simple. Yes, that's that. So yeah, just take care of this. The toilet's probably gonna give me one fitting, so I'm just gonna do that. That's about let me say 1 meter by 1.8. 1 meter by 1.8. I can even okay, so let me just do that. So this will be 1.8 and this will be 1 meter. I'm lighting the toilet. Okay. Of course, it's telling me one, so I expect that to be one. I'll say RW05 and I want to put it on same L2A. That's that. I think I'm cool. I don't have any other thing there, so I'm just going to add room. That's for the toilet. I'm gonna add room. The last place I want to do here is this lobby. I'm just so I know this is just one fitting here. That's easy. I'm gonna still gonna edit that one because I want to put an extractor fan there. So I'm gonna edit it for this extractor fan. Use the 27-watt extractor fan. Just gonna load it here. Okay. So I'm gonna add this one then, but let me just take a measurement of this one. Last place I'm taking care of. I know this is about 1 meter. This is about 1 meter. It's same with the toilet. I'm just gonna take this one. That's 4.6, but for sake of reference, 1.6. So about 1 meter. Okay. Is it 4.6? I think it was 4.6. Sorry about that. Just doing a couple of things at the same time. So about 4.6 by 1 meter. So I go to the toolkit and I change this one to lobby. I can just say corridor hallway. 4.6 by 1 meter. Good. I can say R double zero what? I have R double zero 05, so I can call this one R double zero 06. Now this is up to you. This is how I just do mine. Okay. Or else I can just use 6 watts there. Okay, so it's suggesting 1 by 2. Okay, I think I'm fine with that. And if I use 3, I'm just going to override. Perhaps maybe I should just override for this one. So I show you how when you override. So I've not done any override since. So I'm just going to drop one here. Just going to distribute that. So instead of using 2, I purposely use 3 here. But it's telling me I need minimum 2 to properly lit this space for the wattage I'm using. So I'm just going to go to my toolkit, corridor hallway. So I'm going to override. I'm using 3. I've not overridden since. I've just been using the add extras. I'm not going to add extra. I'm just going to override because I'm using the same fitting. I use add extra when I'm using different kinds of fitting, that are not maybe the regular ones I use in the space. So I'm overriding the 3. So it says suggested 2, but use 3, and that's what I did. Grid 1 by 3, and this 1 by 3 I did also. So for the first time, I did that, and I'm going to just add room. Okay, so you can see we're done with lighting of that space. We had 3L1s, 3L2As, and that's just that about the space. Okay, the extra for the toilet. Let me just add that now. So I go to the toilet, which is this one. Out of 05, I'm going to edit, and I'm going to add one extra to it, which will be my extractor fan. Now you don't need to add the name. I just like, I like to be sometimes, maybe just use 30 watts. I like to be sometimes okay. So I've added that extractor fan for this one. So consequently, we're done lighting this whole space. All right, lighting this whole space. So one more thing we can just do is light do the external lighting. But I like the external lighting just okay. I can do it for each individual space, but I like it to be common. So we can talk about that. You know how you handle that anyway. So just add another EX. So you can just go to your toolkit, add a circuit EXL external lighting, and just override whatever it gives you. All right, so that's with that. So I'll tell you the how we move forward. But you can see how beautiful it is with the help of the toolkit.